The only way to overcome self-sabotage is to learn how to work with yourself, not against yourself. So instead of fighting your resistance, what if you got curious about it? What if you asked, what am I afraid of here? Honestly, you can ask yourself that question in different ways. Maybe you're not necessarily afraid of something, but you're mad about something, you're infuriated. Like, I find myself sometimes, and this is a vulnerable moment, when I'm home, with my kid and my dog, I get frustrated, I get overstimulated, and sometimes I'll find myself saying things like, "Oh, I'm getting so annoyed." But then in the same token, I'll say out loud as well, like, "No, I'm not annoyed. I'm just bothered by this." Or, it may be you needing to be honest with yourself and being like, "Yeah, I do need that break. I do need space for self," because you have to have that. You can't just be you just can't be something for someone all the time, 24/7. Yes, being a parent is being a parent, but you still do need breaks, or at least if you can have an hour to 2 hours a day to yourself, that is great. You just have to make sure that you have that balance. And then it's just like, when it comes to certain things, you jump starting a business or something, it's just like the little things that, when you're starting, you have like that little fire with yourself, and you're like, yeah, this is the right thing. You get super excited. All of a sudden, you got all the money to buy the supplies for it. And then, you start sharing that with people, and maybe you start to feel a little empowered. No, not empowered, the opposite, right? Because you start to feel less than, like you're not deserving of it, and it kind of gets further and further away from you, and then you kind of lose the spark of what you were doing, and then you let yourself get comfortable and get back into that same cycle of stuff. And you got to dive into that. You have to dive into that energy that is all of a sudden trying to flip your narrative, because it's in there. It's in there, and you are more than deserving to do whatever it is that um, you're telling yourself that you want to do. So think about one way you've been self-sabotaging and ask yourself, what is this pattern trying to protect me from? Okay. Emotional intelligence, mastering your mindset.